Hey guys, this is my first video on Linux terminal tips, number 1, the basics. Today we're going to be going over 7 basic commands that every Linux command line user or Mac command line user should know. Windows has slightly different commands. The commands we're going to be working with right now are in Linux, are in a VMware. See, I'm originally running Mac here. This is my VMware, which is running Linux on my computer. So the commands in Linux and Mac that we're working with today are the same, but it differs throughout Windows. I'm not sure if these commands are on Windows, so you might have to check that. I know they work on Mac. So generally, the commands in Linux and in Mac are similar, and they're the same. And Windows does share some of the commands, but you definitely want to check online if you're unsure. So the first command we're going to be learning about is cd. Now cd is change directory, and it's a way for us to move throughout the file system in terminal. So it's the same thing as your Finder or going into system here, places, Finder in Mac, or going into your, I guess it's your search bar in Windows. But it's instead of using the GUI, we're going to use command line. So say we wanted to go, I'm just going to go back, say we wanted to change our directory to desktop. Type in cd, desktop, make sure you have that capital D, hit enter. See, we're now in our desktop. Next command we're going to learn is ls. ls displays the items inside a directory. So if we type ls, hit enter, we see we have our GNOME terminal here, which is what we're running, and we have our readme. That looks right. Terminal, readme. If we wanted to do this in the GUI, which we don't, just as a explanation for this, just go into desktop and you see it's the same. So the GUI has the same stuff, but terminal's pretty cool. So, okay, next command we're going to learn is top. Top displays all the running processes on our computer. When we hit top, when we hit enter on top, gives us this big list of constantly changing numbers, and it looks kind of scary, I guess. But it's pretty cool. We get to see our PID, which is our process ID, and more importantly, we get to see the commands that are running. So, as you can see here, we have our GNOME terminal, or our terminal running. You guys saw top that was running, so we get to see the commands in the terminal too, right here. So top is displayed in top, which is cool. So you get to see our CPU usage too. So, for example, if you were trying to figure out what was hogging up so much disk, if it was something that was hogging up too much CPU usage on your computer, you can type in top and say you found that. So say terminal was hogging a lot of CPU. We would kill it, or we could take it out by typing K. And we get to find our PID. So here we have 1738. Hit enter. And it gives us this. You sure you want to do it? Yes would be yes. I mean, Y would be yes. No is N. So yes, we want to do it. So we hit Y. And you see it killed our terminal. Okay, so that's cool. You can use that for other programs that you don't want running. Next command we're going to learn is cat. Now, cat gives you a brief description of a file textually. So, for example, we have this file on our desktop called, we have 2 terminals running. We have readme, which I made for this. So, as we learned, we can cd into our desktop. We can ls it. We see we have readme. So, we can type in cat readme. Hit enter. And we see we get this textual representation of the file, which is actually what's inside the file. If you go into here, you can see this is being read from the cat. So next command we're going to learn is passwd, or password. So this does also work on Windows, and it does work on Mac. I'm sure that. So we type in passwd. And this is a way for us to change our root password of the computer. So if you don't know what root is basically the super user of the password with administrator powers. Okay, so if we wanted to change our password, we'd have to enter a new Unix password. Normally you'd have to enter the root password that's set already, but as you see I'm already logged in as root, so we don't need to do that. So we can type in a random string just for this, and they didn't match. They don't come up, but that's just normal. It's just to hide so no one can see it, which is good. Next command we're going to learn is free. Free is a way, it's very straightforward for us to see our free space on our hard drive, so hit free and we get to see the total amount of space we have, total amount used, and the total amount we have free. So very straightforward. Thanks for watching this video. If you like, feel free to subscribe or rate or like it. If you have questions, feel free to ask me. This channel is going to be extending to a lot of other topics, such as Backtrack, and I'm going to finish this terminal series, hopefully soon. And we're also going to be doing some JavaScript coding for beginners, and we'll be doing some Arduino, hopefully. So, yeah, feel free to subscribe, and hopefully you'll get to see that stuff as soon as I have time. So, yeah, thanks.